everybody, and welcome to the Skills and Drills ride. We are going to be doing some bridging today. Just finishing getting everything set up. Doing a little homework, so I got behind the power curve. Alright, thanks Brian. Alright, thanks Martin for joining. Yeah, we're going to do some bridging today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Hopefully for those watching. Ooh, alright, got to switch up. What is going on here? Alright, I think we got, there we go. What is going on here? Now we're good. Alright, we're going to have some fun. We're going to be bridging from the groups to a breakaway group. We should be able to get some good work in. We are going to be doing everything controlled like normal. And we are going to start off in our typical 1.5 watts a kilo warm-up. Let me do a little bit of this and a little admin here, and I'll get it out. Get back to you guys in 1 second. Gordon, thanks for joining in. Let's see, share the page. Sometimes all this admin garbage is really what eats up most of my time. I really should do it ahead of time, but I don't. Besides, we got 1:30 before we start up. Most people are just joining in now. Okay. Post. Done. Alright, good. So, alright. We got some
how do we do
new
this?
regulars. How do we do what? You're just going to do what I tell you to do.
.5 watts per kilo to start for the first 10 minutes.
Hi, how do we do this?
Okay, we're going to start off at 1.5 watts a kilo. And I'm going to type out the directions and talk you through it as we go.
Ride with the group and we do drills.
Alright, do not go out like a crazy person, please. And don't chase any crazy people. What I want you guys to do for the first part of our warm-up, I want you guys to move around the group. So you're going to go at 1.5 max at the front. And I want you to take your time going from the front to the back and try to learn how the draft works for you. Okay, so let me get back to it. Eased off there. And the point will be, feel what the draft does for you. Feel what it can help you move forward or move back. Feel what it takes to actually slide back. How much can you let off? What does it take to move up? How much extra do you have to go? Use me as a center point and just practice moving around me. So for those of you listening in, feel free to participate. If you're on Discord, you can ask questions. You can give your comments. If you are watching this live stream, feel free to type it in. I should be able to see it, and I'll try and get to you as they come. So I don't want you guys to hold just one position. I want you to really feel different parts of the group. So practice being at the front and at the back. So we're not going to chase those guys at the front, off the front. So if you're at the very front of our group, let's try and keep it at a 1.5 max if you're at the very front. Our goal is to stay together. We're not trying to drop people because we learn much better together. So I had one person earlier asking how we do this. Who is that? All right. I didn't see your name pop up, so don't know who it was. Sorry. All right. We got one person up the road, but that's all right. We're gonna do this for a few minutes. I'm gonna do different views for those watching. You'll see I'm riding right now to 1.5. We've got a couple people up the road. We're gonna ignore them. And then we are going to have people sliding around me, moving to the front, sliding off, sitting in the draft, and then going to the back. And like I said, the purpose of this is really to try and get a good feel for what the draft means to you as a rider and how you learn to manipulate it. Because learning to manipulate the draft is very key when you're racing or just riding as a group. So very good. I'm getting swarmed. People all around. Very nice. And I apologize already to Pete Donahue for not heckling those up the road. I got Tina Anderson's angry with me. I'm not sure why. Maybe because she couldn't join us. Alright. Put this back up here so I can see who's talking. Good. Alright. So we got about 6.5 more minutes here. Again, I really want to encourage everybody, this is a good time to get your legs moving, keep that heart rate under control, and really feel the group. Because what we're going to do a little bit later on here is we're going to send some riders up the road, and we're going to bridge to them. And we're going to focus on what kind of effort it takes to leave a group to get to another group or a rider. So this is going to simulate when the rider wants to, when a riders or a small group of riders have broken away and you want to bridge that gap and get across to them. So when I say bridge that gap, it's crossing that distance to the other riders. So does that make sense so far what we're going to be doing?
You betcha.
Yep.
Alright, so we are going to do most of our riding at about a 2 to 2.5. When you're bridging, you're probably going a little bit higher than that. So I will ask that if 2.5 is already at your upper range, try not to go too much over that, and if you don't feel comfortable bridging, that's okay. You don't need to bridge. Just see what you can learn. If you feel like you want to do it, great. Alright. Switch back to that screen. Alright, and we do want to stay as bunched up as we can while we're in the group, because that's going to help our group aerodynamic effect.
True or false, being in the group will help the folks who are 2.5 max?
So yeah, being in the group, if you're 2.5 and you're sitting smack in the middle, you'll get drug along a lot faster. So it means you might be able to go a little bit less than 2.5 actually. Because when we're in our group, we'll be doing a 2 to 2.5 unless we're bridging to the group up the road. So Max, go ahead and drop it back. You're up at a 2.5.
I'm confused.
Sorry, that's okay. What are you confused about? That's okay. What are you confused about? And we'll help you out.
Maybe she can talk but can't hear.
Maybe. Okay. Oh, I'm going to type it out, and so hopefully that'll clear it up. So we're about to get into the drills portion, which translates into SkillZ. Today we're going to cover, sorry, I'm just giving some heckling. Jason says he thinks I'm leaning left. That may look that way, Jason, but it's actually just my camera's leaning left. Let me make a small adjustment.
Vintage Batman and Robin cereal, The Lair.
What's that?
Nothing.
Sorry. I was adjusting a camera angle to make Jason Flores happy. That's right, J-Flo said best streamers can do it all live, so that's what I did. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to bridge to one rider 5 seconds up the road. Yeah, Matt, guess what? I don't care what you think because it's listed as a SkillZ ride, not a power ride. Sorry, I'm a little surly when that kind of stuff because it means people didn't read it.
Just the warm-up.
Yeah. Okay. So we got about 40 seconds left, and Philippe, you can listen on Discord. Okay, so it's probably because it's set to push to talk. So Philip, there should be a button if you're using your phone. There'll be a thing that says push or talk, and then if not, if you're using a PC, it should default to the space bar. And you hold that button down and you can talk to us. Alright. So our first rider up the road is going to be Seth Hudgens. Seth is going to go up to a... What's that? Bad news for you?
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm in.
So when Seth gets a 5-second lead, I'll tell people to go, and I want you to go individually to go and try and bridge to him. I'm not going to give instructions on how to do it the first time. I want you to do it however you think is the best way to do it, and then we're going to talk about it. Okay, so I'll give you a clue though. When you arrive at the rider, you don't want to be out of breath. You don't want to be completely spent. That's the only hint I'm going to give you though. Alright, so Seth, go ahead and get to a 5-second gap.
On my way.
And then once you get there, just settle in around a 2.0. All right, so Shaftel, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but I want you to go first. Yeah, Esther, if you could go, that'd be great. All the rest of us, unless you're bridging, keep your 1.5. Or 1.5 to 2. So, Seth, make sure you're not going over 2, please.
Where is he?
I'm good.
Look for S. Hudgens. That's the rider you're looking for.
You can't see me probably because you're at the back. Keep coming.
All right, Cornwell, go. Williams. Woo, Cornwell took off at a 12.
Hopping off at a 12.5. Very nice. Arriving and passing in Super Cruise.
Max, go ahead.
If you're blowing by me, you're doing the work for me.
Yeah, that's why we're going to talk about that.
That dang hill got me.
That's okay. It happens. NASA Marty, if I haven't told you to go, go ahead and go. Philip, go ahead. Levois. Eason. Lloyd, go ahead and go. All right, if you're with me, go ahead and bridge to the group. I'll come up last. All right, Ken joined us. Yeah, I cannot join. I think the other stream that I had to cancel out of because I realized it wasn't streaming to the right place. Alright. So I'm going to make my bridge. Alright. And I'm closing in. Let's ease to 1.5. I almost typed 11.5. Alright, so who was gasping for wind when they got to Seth? Anybody?
All accomplished gappers.
Oh, so Michelle is an accomplished bridger and very strong. Guess we're gonna have to make her bridge 10-second gap next time.
Ha, that's messed up.
Cornwell says he was gasping before we started. That's funny.
Is that before or after your 13 watts per kilo, man?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So let's keep this easy on the little climb. Alright, keep it together here, folks. I'm just coming out of the saddle to not push
I don't
hard
think
on
I
the
even have a
pedals.
power drill that does 13 watts per kilo.
Ah. I know, I sure don't do 13 watts a kilo. Alright, so let me type something out and then we're going to get at iteration number 2 where it's going to be a little bit longer of a gap. So the key is going across as fast as possible with the caveat being that you don't want to be tired when you get there. You don't want to be gassed. You also don't want to go by the person you bridge to unless you're going to attack them. That's okay, Ronnie.
I'm skinny, I'm hard to find.
Ideally, you'll roll up to their wheel onto the back of it. And you'll get a quick recovery in. Does that make sense? Esther, does that make sense?
Clear here.
Alright.
I guess it's hard to tell who's in the group and not in the group.
Okay, so are you...
I wear glasses, I can't see.
Ah, okay. No worries. That makes sense. So, for the next one, I'm just going to have you stay with me. Stay near the beacon, and then you'll bridge with me, okay? That'll make things a lot easier for you. So Max is going to be our guy this time that we chase. Max is going to get a 10-second lead. So Sebum is his name in the game. We'll go somewhere, actually get up to 15 seconds and drop it to a 2.0.
Sounds good.
No, it doesn't.
I was just kidding when I said it was easy.
Hey, you know, words have meanings.
There you go, Michelle.
And consequences, apparently.
Yeah.
Karma for one of us, karma for all of us.
Group punishment. Let's see, Max, if you haven't gone, go ahead.
All right, going.
All right. All right. So we are going to go, just so you guys are listening in, I'll give you a little pre-warning. After this, we'll recover, then we'll go into chasing a group, and that's a lot harder.
Not yet, Esther.
Yeah, so Esther, you stay with me with the beacon. All right. I'm going to change up my views here so I can see who's up the road. All right, let me see how far we got to him. All right, he's up. He's got his time. Let's go. Seth, go ahead and start chasing. Let's see. Eason, Carpenter. Let's see. Philip, go ahead. Michelle. So I shouldn't see a lot of orange because he's only 10 to 15 seconds up on us. Landberg, go ahead. Jason?
Yeah, he started at 23.
Okay, well, it's because he just carried a lot of speed with him. Now, this should be a longer chase, and that's okay. But pace it out and dose it out. You don't need to cross it in 20 seconds. If it takes you 2 minutes, but you're still fresh, that's okay. You just need to go faster than him. Alright, let's go, Lavoie. Lavoie. Sakai. Ronnie. Lloyd, go ahead and go. McLaughlin. Just. And Wazak. Esther, let's go. Go ahead and get to work. Nose. Alright. Anyone else who I haven't called? Go ahead and go. Alright. So I'm just going to settle in right here. Hi, Deirdre. Thanks for joining in and watching. So you couldn't be on tonight. Alright. We're just going to settle in nicely. Be able to pull the group back a little bit. We're going to ride, not super hard. It's a nice little 3.3. I can see the group in front of me. Therefore, there is no reason for me to panic. I don't have to get my heart rate too high. I can just lift the pace. And come on to the back of the group. And go find Max. That's where he is. Alright.
You're right on here.
Yep. So did you guys find that easier? A little more paced out?
Definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely takes practice, for sure.
Yeah, because your natural instinct is just to hammer it. But that's not very helpful if it's early on in a race or you're already pegged.
Yeah, the initial look was 23 seconds, I'll admit to a little bit of panic, but when I realized he was clocking down, you could pace it off pretty easy.
Yeah.
Of course, I blew right by him.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a gameism, because as you start arriving and a whole bunch of people are arriving with you, everybody looks the same if they're all, you know, it's the same basic avatar.
Okay, so Carpenter's having a hard time. All right, so then I will be the one you guys bridge to next. I'm going to go out to 20 seconds, and I'm going to hold 2.5. Okay, and then you guys are going to chase me. Seth, I'm going to need you to kind of dictate who goes, because I won't be able to see. Well, actually, that's fine. I'll be able to see it. I can go do it. So hold 1.5 for now. So when I get my gap at 1.5, I want the group to come up to 2.5. This is where it's going to start getting a little harder. So I'm going to go.
Not yet.
All right. Bring the group to 2.5. All right, Williams, Easton, and Cornwall, go. Oh, well, that's nice. Power drop out.
We can still see.
I think my battery just died. Are you kidding me? There it goes. Let me get back some distance. You guys can hold your 2.0. Oh, come on. I'm getting power drops again. Batteries must be dying. Hopefully I get through this. All right. Resume the chase.
You just want us to bridge ad hoc?
No, I'll tell you. Patton Carpenter Landberg, go. Good job, Cornwell. Except he's at 177. All right. Poplar. Poplar, Williams, and Katz. Go. Esther, you're going. Seabum. Hudgens. Cornwell said 177 isn't bad for him. Must be young.
Way.
Hey, thanks, Emmanuel. Alright, we got a few people coming across still. See how they're looking. Thanks, Patty. 12 cups of coffee a day. Ha! Carpenter's looking good. Landberg's chilled. Esther's looking good. I can't tell. Victoria's looking good. Seth is cruising. Max is really breaking a sweat. Let's ease to 1.5. How'd that feel, everybody?
Easier.
More consistent?
Yeah, more controlled.
Yeah, once the group hit 2.5, the bridge, start of the bridge actually became easier.
Yeah. You didn't have to accelerate as much.
Agreed.
Thanks, Max.
See you, Max.
Have a good one.
Yeah, have a good night. Thank you.
So now we're going to let everybody catch back up. And then we're going to work on bridging to a group. So bring it to 1.0 at the front. Alright, we had a couple people coming back on, so I'm trying to let them come back to us. Alright, so now we're going to bridge to a group. So the difference is a group has the group aerodynamics. And that's bad. Alright, Victoria, no worries. That's bad for an individual rider because it's no longer 1v1. It's 1v however many there are. So what we're going to do is we're going to send 4 people up the road. And then we're going to bridge to a group of 4. And I want those 4 to take turns being at the front at a 2.5.
Sorry, I lost track of where I was.
So when you bridge the group, though, you're now part of that group and working. Yeah, so I'm going to keep it easy until I pass you, hold like a 1.0. Thanks, Wayne, for the ride on. So obviously we're going to make our stronger riders bridge last because it's going to be harder as the group continues to expand in size. Okay, so let's see. Who wants to be in our group of 4?
I'll do it.
Alright. You just don't want to be one of the last bridgers because you knew I would make you do that.
I thought I was going to be one of the first bridgers. I'm one of the weaker riders.
Yeah, I know.
I have this coach. He makes me do bad stuff.
Yeah, he's probably a jerk, but that's okay. Actually, you know what? We've already got Landberg's up front, so Esther, McLaughlin, and Eason, if you guys want to join Landberg.
Please.
Yeah, go join Landberg. So Landberg, I need you to ease up to about a 1.5 or 1.0 until they catch you. And the rest of us, we're just going to hold 1.5 to 2. So Landberg, I need you to ease up even more because you're 35 seconds ahead of the group. So if you can like 0.5 until they get you. There you go, thank you. So folks, this is going to be a lot harder. you need to be patient. Fight the urge to crush it from the start. It may take you 2 to 3 minutes to bridge too. Alright, good. We are there. So, Michelle, go. Lloyd, sorry, you and Seth are going towards the end.
Oh, goody.
Philip is going towards the end too, so he needs to be patient as well.
I do this right, it'll take me to the end of the hour just to get there.
Go ahead, Seth. Lloyd, go.
Damn it, he threw me.
Alright, now we just need Sakai to get going. There we go. There he goes. Nice. Alright. I think we're moving. So, I can see right now that Michelle is still bridging in 25 seconds ahead of me. So that means that I gotta put some work in. So now remember, when you get onto the group, you gotta work with them. All right. So right now it's just a matter of controlling yourself to try and pull the group back. I've left myself probably about 45 seconds to bridge. And once you get caught by someone, jump on them. Yeah, Michelle, 4-7 still? You're killing it.
Yeah, except I'm not catching them.
Oh, you're still not catching them?
Nope.
Oh.
So that's the power of the group right there.
Sweet relief.
Well done.
Good job. So Lloyd, your guys' chase pack needs to work together. Whew. All right, let's go, boys. If we take turns at 4.0, we'll pull them back quickly. But so you can see right now how much harder it is to chase a group than as an individual. Because that group draft dynamic on Zwift is huge. It's huge in real life too. And it matters a lot if everybody's working. If you only have one or two working though, I will tell you that the draft factor is less, in real life especially. Because then it's just you versus one or two. Now, if it's you versus Rohan Dennis, you're gonna lose every time. Sorry, but that's the way it's gonna work.
Wow, you guys caught fast.
Well, we were working together as a group nicely.
Yeah, that did seem to work well.
Lloyd, attack out the 10 seconds. Okay, no worries, Carpenter. Okay, Seth, go. Chase him down. When you catch him, work with him. Cats, go. So we're going to see who blew themselves up. Michelle, you're up. McLaughlin. Esther, go. Philip, go. Landberg, go. Sorry, you got to recover most. Jason gets the worst on this one besides me. So now if you see, we're all pretty spread out. So now it's a matter of, do I come over the top, or do I work with them? And I'm going to choose to come over the top. So those of you who are hurting a little bit, group up. Good job, Michelle.
Thanks.
Oh, Lloyd got dropped. Sorry, Lloyd, I didn't even see you.
You blew right by us.
I thought you were chasing the front group.
I thought that's where they were. Sorry, yeah. Lloyd and Seth were cruising and then we all just blew by him. Mostly because we were still fairly grouped up. Alright, so let's go.
Messed up my hair, you were moving so fast.
Easy spin to cool down. Was anybody out of gas on that last little chase?
As long as I don't go over 100 watts, I'm fine.
So the whole point of that last little dig was just to show when you make your bridge, you got to have something left in the tank. Because most likely when you join another group, they're going to attack you right away. Well, good.
I'm just wondering if this thing works, or if it's me, Esther.
No, it works, Esther. We got you. Maybe she can't hear us.
No, I can't hear you, but I can see your text. Oh my God, too funny. Okay, then I won't yell when I speak. No, just a big mouth. LOL.
All right, so I'm going to do a quick wrap up here in a second. so a quick wrap up for you folks on Discord. What we were covering today was basic bridging to an attack. And so there's two different types, bridging to a solo rider or bridging to a group of riders. So we covered mostly bridging to the solo rider because realistically in Zwift, it's one rider that's off the front. You might want to make that bridge too. And if you're already pegged, good luck at trying to catch a group. But what we did want to show is that just because someone is up ahead of you and it may be 20 or 30 seconds, you have to pay attention to what they're doing, what their effort is, what their pace is, and that will tell you how fast or how hard you need to go. Because if you're just trying to blitz across the gap, then you run into the problem of you may get on and be just shattered, and then any kind of change in pace is going to drop you. And so you need to gauge it so you cross it as quick as you can, but you optimize it to not burn too many matches doing so. Now, we did show that over a short gap, that 5, 10, 15 seconds, you can just pretty much do one big hammer and you're there. Across that 20 or 30 second gap though, it's going to take some effort. And you really need to dose it out to not be destroyed when you get there. Now, when you're chasing a group, it's much harder. If the group is working together, then it's however many in that group versus you. And so you're going to need to go probably significantly harder if they're in that group if they don't want you to catch them. So be prepared to not let the group go, and if you do, be prepared to put that effort in to get there. And once you get there, as important as it is on a single rider, it's 10 times more important on a group to get onto the back of that group. You do not want to go over the top of that group because they will just destroy you, put you on the front, make you work, and then attack you. Because that's what I would do. Now, what we are going to practice next week is exactly that. Thanks, Philip. We're going to practice exactly that, how to not come over the top of a group once you catch on. And so next week actually has negative reinforcement for those who fail to follow instructions. So it should be fun. Anybody have any questions on what we covered today?
That was an awesome workout, and now I can hear everybody again. But
Yay!
No worries.
It's all good because I'll see you next week. Hopefully my coach has me doing this workout, so this is awesome.
Yeah, good. Who's your coach, Esther?
Who's my coach?
Yeah.
Oh, Chris Beck.
Okay. Good. Good. Yeah. It's like I said. This is all about teaching you how to ride both in a group, in a race, on Zwift, and real life. We try to incorporate everything. So that's gonna be it, folks. Thanks a lot. We'll be back next week. Like I said, next week is gonna be all about controlling your position. So if you've never heard of the game Crack the Whip, you can go into the TeamODZ YouTube channel or the Evil Elf Racing YouTube channel and look at some older episodes where we crack the whip. Now, if you go to Zwift Insider, there's some write-ups of what it was too. Please don't let it scare you off. It's really not that bad, especially if you do what you're supposed to do. That's going to be it for me, folks. Thanks a lot for joining me, both on the stream and on the ride.
Well done, Coach. Thanks, everybody. Nice ride.
Thank you. Lots of fun.
If you liked it, bring more friends next time.